Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be comparing the Toyota Tundra Platinum with the Hybrid to the new Ram Limited with their high output inline 6. Before we get into this comparison, I'm going to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram in Sandy for giving me some time with the Ram Limited, and then to the Carl Malone Toyota here in Draper for giving me some time with that Tundra. I'll include a link to both their websites in the description down below. If you happen to be looking for a Toyota, just ask for Will, and then link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Powering the Tundra is a twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6 that's paired to a hybrid and a 10-speed automatic. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 22 on the highway, with power outputs being 437 horsepower and then 583 pound-feet of torque. Now, powering the Ram is a twin-turbo 3-liter inline 6 that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy with this is 15 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 540 horsepower and then 521 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this comparison, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, taking a look at the Tundra, this one has the Platinum package, so you've got this like metallic gray trim there on the grille, you've got fog lights, and just a generally pretty cool looking front end. And the Ram has gone for like all chrome with the front end, so I feel like the Tundra's kind of toned things down with the luxury truck look, whereas the Ram's like, nope, chrome everywhere. Now, when it comes to tire and wheel setup with the Tundra, it is 255, 60, 20. With the Ram, it is 275, 55, 20. So a little bit of a different setup, but not too different. Again, with the Tundra, notice the darker coloration versus the Ram with the silver. And then you can see the theme kind of continues. The mirrors being body painted on the Toyota, whereas with the Ram, lots of chrome. We do have some chrome elements on the Tundra here. Now, this is a very interesting part. Let me double check the window sticker here to make sure it doesn't have... Okay, doesn't have it. The Ram has 4-corner air suspension. You can get rear air on the Tundra, but this one just has the regular multi-link. But anywho, here is your full side profile with the Tundra. And then here is the Ram. Now, this Ram has the Ram boxes, so it's got this storage on the side of the bed. Kind of an interesting feature. And then with the tailgate, see that pops down automatically. You've got LED lights here, bed liner, all of that, and then it's pretty fancy because it automatically raises as well. See the dual exhaust tips there at the bottom with the Ram too, so interesting bed effects and also pretty cool looks. Now, with the Tundra, tailgate automatically pops down. Well, it's supposed to. I guess it's slanted too much or something. You can see LED lights here on the bed. No cargo storage or anything like that. Now, you'll note that if I go and press the button again, just unlocks. You have to raise it up yourself. Not a big deal. Got a kick step with the Tundra, which is a nice feature. But yeah, let me know which back end you like most. Now, inside with these trucks is very interesting. You can see with the Ram, you've got that fancy stitching all down there, with the cross stitching and everything. And then taking a look at the seats, got some cloth trim on them, but lots of fancy leather. And then you can see legroom's very solid here in the Ram, really spacious. Heated ventilated seats, USB ports, you've got an outlet, vents, all of that. And there's ice buckets in the bottom, and then power side steps with the Ram. And this leads us over to the Tundra. So pretty nice with the material use here, not quite as fancy looking. And you'll notice that with the Tundra, they use nice materials, they just don't over stylize anything. You actually don't get storage under the seat because of the battery, so that's one thing to note about the Tundra. A little bit less legroom as well. You can see in the back, we do have heated and ventilated seats though, outlet, all of that, which is nice. Just a nice cabin in general, and that's all you. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, you can see with all the stitching here, and then look at this, it goes across the cross stitching, the wood trim. Blind spot ring with the mirrors, we've got memory seats, massage seat with the Ram as well. Got a bunch of functions for the mirror, including to basically extend it out, and then you also have like the adjustment for the convex mirror, power folding mirror function. Payload on the Ram is 1,317 pounds. And then here are the front seats, again pretty fancy looking. Look at the trim on the dash of the Ram. The style of this is really sharp. Pop it on quickly. Full digital gauge cluster. You can see here with all the controls, and then we've got our gear limiter with our drive mode select here on the other side. Just a backup camera with the Ram, nothing too crazy with that. And then we've got dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, all of the controls here at the bottom for shortcuts. And then we do have the adjustment for the air suspension, trailer brake controls. Advanced four-wheel drive system, that's a big thing to note with the Ram. So you got four-wheel auto. Wireless phone charging pad, really cool center console setup, like great storage. Looks cool here on the top, just really nice utility built in. Got a screen there on the other side for the passenger, kind of silly. Power setting window in the back, and then no sunroof. And this Ram is equipped is $79,000. And this leads us to the Tundra. You can see soft touch here down below. Over window controls, got a mirror adjustments, mirrors power fold in, memory seats, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then 1290 with the payload. Here are the seats, perforated all down the center. Have your adjustments on the side, power adjustment with the steering wheel, heated steering wheel too. And this is what I'm talking about, like the trim on the dash is nice with the Tundra, it just doesn't look as stylized as the Ram, I guess. Full digital gauge cluster just like the Ram. Still have stuff like adaptive cruise control and all of that. Notice dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats. 360 camera system with the Tundra. It's one of the best in the truck industry. So that's a big plus with the Toyota. Trailer backup, you got the camera view, stability control as well. Shifter here for the 10-speed. Just a 2-speed transfer case, so no four-wheel drive auto with this. And then the center console setup in the Toyota is pretty good. Still like the Rams a little bit more. And then we don't even get a top glove box, it's not even an option. Got nice trim, just a normal bottom one. Camera rear view mirror, another cool option. And then this has the power setting window in the back, the whole window goes down. And then we also have panoramic sunroof, and this is only $73K. So let's take them out and see which one drives the best. Well, setting off in the Ram Limited with the high output Hurricane. Really cool powertrain. And, you know, I drove one of these up in Heber. And that was, it's like about 5,500 feet elevation, I think. And so it performed really well up there. And so far down here, it's actually performed solid too. So it's just a good powertrain all around. And it makes me excited for, you know, the quote unquote future of Ram, as long as this is reliable. I gotta put that caveat there. Gotta put that caveat there. But yeah, aside from that, just kind of give some quick thoughts for the comparison with this. Suspension's amazingly comfortable. Ram has just nailed it with damping. This engine's got great low-end torque. And, you know, it's not too much when it comes to sound, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done with sound. And then, you know, really nice interior in here. Like, just solid build quality, really nice in terms of the material use, all of that. It's just a nice place to be. So I think Ram's done an amazing job with how the truck drives, the interior. Like, this really is like the luxury truck in the market, I'd say. So yeah, Ram's just done a great job with their new 1500 in general, and then, you know, with this new Limited, they've really kind of fine-tuned things over time. I do wish it had a few more features, but overall, it drives well. So let us drive the Tundra and see if this is as good as the Ram. Most of this comparison is with the powertrains, just so that we're clear on that. It looks like it cooled down a little bit, maybe. So I will say, I'm such a big fan of the new Tundra engine. Now I know I'm gonna get the comments about the current stuff about the Tundra engine. I've made a video about it. I've put in my take on that. But, you know, the current bearings issues aside, the engine, especially in hybrid form, performs beautifully for a V6 hybrid. I've driven the Ford's Power Boost too, and I actually just drove that earlier today. And this just has so much more low-end torque. It feels that way. And it's not the figures, it's just how it delivers it. And it's just smoother than the Ford's. Like, in terms of hybrid truck engines, this one drives the best out of the bunch. So hopefully Toyota can figure out the bearing problem, right? I feel like it's weird. It's like I have to mention that. If I don't mention it in a video, I'll get like a billion comments of people saying, Ben, Tundra engines, bearings. And it's like, yes, I know. Everyone knows at this point, I think. And I think we're all just kind of sitting there and waiting to see what happens. Now some other stuff, yeah, just comfortable ride. I love how this drives. I love how this truck drives. And you know, one thing to mention, the suspension with this, even if you do the rear air and everything, not as comfortable as the Rams. Ram has mastered coils. Ram has mastered that, and air springs, which the Limited has. Toyota, you know, this is their first go at it. They've done a really good job. I'll be interested to see how they improve this over time. But yeah, Ram's definitely got the leg up on that front. And so, gosh, what a monster of an engine. What a monster of an engine. Overall, I like the torque on this engine on the low end way more than the Rams. The Rams top end is the most exciting out of these two. Who knows how reliable that new Hurricane's going to be. We know the current issues with the Tundra. Toyota's working on it. We don't know the issues that'll pop up with. There's surely going to be issues. It's a new generation engine, so we'll see what happens there. But what I'd say is Toyota's value is better in this comparison, right? Money to money. And then I do like the Ram interior a little bit more and all of that, but it's more money. About what, six-ish, more than that, $1,000 more. So yeah, I hope it'd be better for that much more money with some features that are not there that are in this. So let me know which one you like the best. I think both of them are really cool options. But I guess what I'd say is I think Toyota wins in the low-end torque and feature department. Ram wins on the high-end acceleration part, and then with the interior and all that's a little bit cooler. But let me know your thoughts.